The owners of this art gallery decided to create a special impact for their exhibition space. They wanted to create a unique space that highlighted their exhibit items within an atmosphere of quality. Floor, wall, and lighting became essential components. Their choice of a Sideck floor was based on the natural beauty of quartz flooring, its incredible durability, as well as the opportunity to add unlimited patterns and colors to their floor layout. Sideck quartz carpet flooring can be installed over virtually any subfloor. The maintenance is essentially the same as carpeting. You simply sweep, vacuum, or steam clean as required. The installation process is a 4 to 5 step program that includes 1. Preparation, which entails sweeping, filling, etc. 2. Priming, using a component primer with broadcast sand. 3. Trowel in place, which entails the main quartz layout, and 2 optional steps. 4. Sealing, which performs pour filling, and 5. PU top coating. Step 1 involves the preparation of the subfloor. Sideck flooring can be installed directly to concrete, screed, wood, and even tiles. For this reason, and the possibilities to level out uneven surfaces, it is especially suited to the renovation of older floors. In some cases, it will be sufficient to simply remove any loose flooring materials and clean the floor surface. In other situations, it will be necessary to install a self-compound or to sand the existing floor. Before installing our Sideck quartz carpet floor, it is important to ensure that the subfloor has a moisture content of no more than 5% and that the minimum temperature is 10 degrees Celsius or 50 degrees Fahrenheit. The difference in temperature between the floor and the surrounding area must also be kept to a minimum in order to prevent condensation. It is therefore not advisable to heat cold rooms using gas burners, as this releases carbon dioxide and water vapor in the air. As soon as the floor is dry and clear of all dust and grease, the primer can be applied. The 2 components of the primer should be carefully mixed together for roughly 2 minutes. First, any large cracks are covered with a fiberglass mesh. It is important to press out any air bubbles trapped under the fiberglass mesh using a roller. Otherwise, these bubbles may be visible within the system. In order to ensure the quartz granules do not slide during installation, it is advisable to spread dry sand into the wet primer before it sets. This process will assist the mechanical bond between the quartz and the subfloor. You can begin installing divider strips or profiles prior to roller coating the 2-component primer, or wait until the primer is dry, about 16 hours. Profiles can be glued to the subfloor with fast-drying epoxy adhesives. Silicone adhesives should not be used. You can utilize flexible profiles to create any shapes or curves when you have a concrete subfloor. If your subfloor has a major construction joint, a Schluter strip or profile must be installed to ensure the floor system does not crack at the joint. When creating a logo or integrated floor design, you must first create a template or mold made of polystyrene or plastic. The design or logo is then placed on the styrene board, and the styrene board is adhered to the subfloor. Each color is carefully cut out of the styrene and the empty cavity filled with the corresponding color quartz granules. It is best to start installing from the inside of the mold, working outward to the perimeter. The quartz stone flooring is installed by utilizing quartz granules, which are available in a variety of sizes, and a special formulated epoxy or PU binder. The applications require some specialized hand trowels and mixing equipment. Firstly, depending upon the size of the floor and the number of installers for the project, a mixture of 2 or 4 bags are prepared. The quartz granules are placed in a large mixing drum or concrete mixer. The 2 component binders are measured to accommodate the correct binder to quartz quantity, and the A and B components are mixed together for approximately 2 minutes. This mixture is then added to the quartz granules and thoroughly mixed. Once the granules and binders are mixed, they should be distributed to the installation area in small piles to allow the installer to easily spread the quartz at an arm's length. During the application, it is important to use a spray bottle with clean water to regularly moisten the hand trowel. This prevents the binder and quartz granules from sticking to the trowel. It is important not to spray too much water on the trowel, or the surface of the installed quartz flooring will have a milky white appearance. After the installer's first spreading stroke, the system will remain open, but as he continues his installed strokes, the system will compact tightly. The trowel should be tilted slightly to avoid opening up the system. The trowel should be turned around during this final compacting and polishing strokes. You need to press firmly down on the trowel to achieve maximum tightness and an optimal smooth finish. During the troweling process, it is essential that the installers place a 1000 watt halide floor light directly behind them on the floor. This will allow the installers to immediately see any trowel marks or overlaps that would not normally be visible. The completed installation will then be free of any potential defects. Once the first color is cured, you can then remove the next part of the mold and install that color granule. If the second color has a smaller grain size of quartz, you will have to tape the previous area's color to ensure the smaller granules do not become trapped in the previous color. Once the installation of the quartz system has fully cured in 16 to 24 hours, your floor is ready to use. We do, however, recommend a polyurethane top coat to provide additional wear protection and to protect against UV color fading. For areas which are susceptible to spills and contamination such as kitchens, bathrooms, toilet areas, or floors smaller, 1 to 2 millimeters, granule size, we recommend an application of our single component pore fill compound. This can be installed with a wide blade rubber squeegee. Mortar stone flooring is essentially the same product as our standard quartz flooring, except we utilize much finer granules and more binders. The result is a totally sealed, smooth floor system that will not allow any moisture to penetrate. The installation process for a mortar floor is the same as our quartz flooring, but much more care and installation expertise is required to ensure a uniform, smooth system result. Once the fine granule system is installed, the sealing procedures can begin. The two-component sealers, when mixed, will create a thick gel, which is poured onto the quartz mortar floor and spread with a wide rubber squeegee. The applicator typically wears special spike shoes, which allows him to walk into the wet surface in order to remove any lap lines resulting from the initial spreading of the mortar gel. A roller is used to smooth out any visible ridges. After 2 to 4 hours, this procedure is repeated as a single application is insufficient to seal the small pinholes. To provide a uniform appearance and eliminate any shining or highlighting, a two-component polyurethane top coat is roller coated on the entire area. As you can see, Sidec offers a broad range of quartz stone floor systems. We have available all the quartz stones, granules, binders, resins, sealers, top coats, as well as installation tools and equipment. Please do not hesitate to call should you have any questions.